The new Porsche Macan is one of my absolute favorite cars of 2024 period. I really like this car, and I just made a triple comparison video between this, the Audi Q6 E-Tron, and the Polestar 3. So if you want to see what I think about this car and how it compares to those other cars in depth, go check that video out. I will link it down below. But despite me loving this car, and I think it is awesome, it's not perfect. And like with every electric car, there are things I dislike, don't like, or hate, as per title of this video. And guys, this series is called Hate, and there's also a counterpart called Love, which is going to be the next video. So hate, take it with a grain of salt, because there isn't really anything I hate about this car, but that's what this series is called. So without further ado, let's jump into the 8 things I hate about the Porsche Macan. Just a quick reminder, guys, if you want to see me do warm weather testing, summer temperature testing of this, the new Volvo EX90, Polestar 3, Polestar 4, Mercedes G580, and other new electric cars that have come this winter and this fall, you can support my trip to California this winter. In January or February, the plan is to go to California, me and a videographer and maybe an editor, to do warm weather testing of all of these electric cars. There's a GoFundMe down below if you want to support the trip, and all funds donated are going to be used towards paying the cost of the trip. So link down below, and after a few weeks of collecting, we've already gained like 25% of the trip. So help us get to 100%, click the link down below. Thank you very much. Okay, so Porsches aren't exactly known to be large vehicles, right? Like, most of their lineup are small sports cars, small SUVs, and then the Taycan, not a very roomy car. But considering the exterior dimensions of this car and where it's positioned, it's not very roomy. So I'm 5'11", 180 centimeters, sat behind myself. I mean, it's comfortable. I have room for my feet, but there's not a lot of legroom. And because of that sloping rear roof, it is tight here. So if you're looking for a family vehicle and you're going to have 3 adults or even 3 kids in the rear, there may be better options than the Macan. Standard with the Macan, you have this drive mode selector on the steering wheel, which is really nice. You turn this knob to change in between the different drive modes. But if you take a look up here, there's normal, there's off-road, there's sport, and sport plus. There's no range mode like you have in the Taycan, so no efficiency mode for the drivetrain in the Macan. The new Macan has a great gauge cluster, arguably one of the best gauge clusters in any electric car. And then you have to the left here, which is an awesome gauge. You can see that you have your battery percentage readout, you have your battery temperature, which is very useful information. But here, there looks like there should be something here, and that is because in the Taycan, which has this new updated interface, there is a kilowatt readout here, which is going to tell you the speed you'll get if you go to a charger now. Real-time readout before you actually connect to a charger, based on battery percentage and also battery temperature. But for some reason, Porsche have decided not to include that feature in the new Macan, which is really strange, and so strange that I actually had to reach out to Porsche in Stuttgart and ask them myself, and they confirmed this feature is not available in the new Macan, only in the Taycan. And it gets even stranger when you think about this was actually a feature that was added to the Skoda Enyaq facelift that came out a year ago and now is available in several Volkswagen models. That is just weird. The last press car I had on loan was the Macan 4 on air suspension, and my only complaint about how that car drove is that over bumps and rough roads, it just felt a little bit lumpy and heavy, and you could really, feel that mass moving side to side under sporty driving. Yes, put the car into sport mode, it would stiffen up, you'd lose a little bit of ride comfort, but it would fix almost all of that. But out of the box, the driving experience wasn't, what I was expecting. So that's a negative. You could easily fix that by getting rear steer, which this car has, because now this car just feels so sharp on its feet, eager to change direction, and you don't have that same top heaviness in normal mode as you had with that other car. But that means piling on options, and that's an expensive option. And that brings me to my next thing I hate about this car, is that options are so expensive. This car is the range-topping turbo, which already has a little bit more standard equipment than the other models. But with that being said, this car still has 40,000 $40,000 or 40,000 euros worth of options on top of that expensive base price. That is just insane. As nice as the interior of the Macan is, it's not as nice as the Taycan. Sure, you can option it out with not only the leather package, but the top of the line leather interior, which includes leather on top of the doors, on the lower dashboard and center console. But it's still not going to be as nice or as high quality as the Taycan. As a good friend of mine put it, this is a nice interior for being an SUV, but the Taycan's interior just feels special. So behind this door, high up on the center console, is the wireless phone charger in the new Macan, which is a great improvement over the Taycan. But what is really curious is that if I place my phone here, the phone doesn't tell me it's charging, and also there's nothing on the screen. Usually there's like an icon high up here that shows your phone is now charging, confirm your phone is charging, or your phone gives you some kind of message. But there's nothing here, and because of my experience with wireless phone chargers in cars, especially with a case on, that they just don't work 90% of the time, as I experienced with the Polestar 3 a few weeks ago. How am I supposed to know if my phone is charging? Well, you could tap your screen if you get your finger in there, and then if I put my head all the way down here, I can see like a faint icon that my phone is charging. But that's the only way, and especially with the reliability of these chargers and this, having this door where you're probably supposed to close it, how am I supposed to know that my phone is now charging? This is a weird one because the armrest, though comfortable, it's not in a good position, and you can't adjust it height-wise or length-wise as you can in this car's cousin, the Audi Q6 E-Tron. That is just weird. Why not, Porsche? Kempower offers some of the best DC fast chargers in the world with their unique, sleek, and modern load balancing charging satellites. The small satellites translates to spacious and airy charging locations. When you as a user roll up to a Kempower charging station, you don't have to think about connecting to a charger that delivers the correct speed for your car. The Kempower load balancing chargers automatically will allocate the correct power to your car, maximizing the charging speed for the whole site. When connected, Kempower chargers have a QR code you can scan, and this way you can easily monitor your charging session remotely regardless of payment method. This is just super cool. A huge thanks to my friends at Kempower in Finland for sponsoring this video. So there we go, guys. Those are the 8 things I hate or dislike or don't like about the new Porsche Macan. And again, guys, it's just a video. It's just for fun. There's going to be the flip side of this video, which is the next one, 9 things I love about this car. So if you're annoyed and think that I'm too picky or think that I'm an idiot for hating on this car, well, you'd be wrong, and go watch the next video. Maybe that will get you in a better mood. But let me know down below, do you agree with the things I hate, I don't like, I dislike about the Porsche Macan? Let me know in the comment section down below. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.